Da-da-dun. Da-da-dun.
So how do you say it? How do you say it?
Tally-ho!
I say tally-ho!
You would.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're just loud.
And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standards Best of 2 review. My name's David. I'm joined, as always, by my favorite board gamer, my wife, Alyssa.
Hello.
And in these series of videos, we take a look at games that are best played with 2 players or only for 2 players, because those are the ones we play the most. Today we're taking a look at a game that falls into that latter category. Tally-ho! I have to say it that way. It has an exclamation point in it. And that's from Thames Kosmos Games. But before we get to the game, I have to let you guys know that we are running a contest right now where you can actually win a copy of this game. We are doing our June for St. Jude's giveaway. It's on all of our whole channel on YouTube. We just recently announced it on our podcast. And essentially what you need to do is donate $5 to St. Jude's.
Or more.
And all you need to do is go to stjudes.org/donate. And then donate at least $5, and then post a photo of your donation to Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter with the hashtag, gotta do the hashtag, SDS giveaway. So Sit Down Standard giveaway. So SDS giveaway. And that'll put you into the contest. And we'll be announcing winners on our July 4th episode of our podcast. Now, right now, the Thames and Kosmos bundle actually includes a copy of Tally-Ho as well as the Rose King, which has been donated by our great friends over at Thames and Cosmos.
Both great games.
Yeah, so, well, you're giving away the surprise. But, again, there's a couple of restrictions. You need to be a resident of the continental United States, and then it's 1 entry per person. So again, you have a chance to win. Not just this, we have a ton of great games. We'll put a link in the show notes to actually in the description of the video here, so you can check out where we talk about all the different prizes that we're giving away on our most recent podcast. And the winners, again, will be announced on our July 4th episode, so you have till the end of June 31st of 2016 to enter. All right, so let's talk about the game. Now, in Tally-Ho, it is a 2-player game.
Tally-Ho?
Tally-Ho! Players are going to be competing as either animals or hunters and lumberjacks to try to capture the other, or and I guess in the animal case, maul the other players as they move around kind of in this abstract strategy game. But before we determine who is the prey and the predator, let's talk about what's included in the game. Take it away, Alyssa.
All right, you're going to get a game board, and it is 7x7 grid, and it takes place in a forest.
Of course.
Makes sense, right?
Yes.
You're also going to be getting game tiles, and these are going to be placed on the 7x7 grid.
Yeah, and you have a couple different tiles, so you're going to be broken up into teams. So you have the hunter and lumberjack tiles, so that'll be one team. And then you have the animals.
The bears and the foxes.
Yeah. So again, we always are singing during these games, what does the fox say? Anyways, we'll get to that in a second. But there's some more animals. These are kind of the neutral party.
Ones more so you have ducks and pheasants.
Mm-hmm. And then you have
trees.
Trees are the last part, because of course, again, we're in a forest.
And there's a lumberjack.
Yeah. So the way the game is played is first you take all of those 48 tiles and you turn them face down and you put them on that game board, leaving the very the very center tile empty.
Randomly. Yep.
Yeah, so randomly put them on there. And then what players are going to do on their turn, you either have 2 options. You can either flip over a tile, or you can move a tile to an empty space. And essentially what you're trying to do in this game is capture the other team or those neutral pheasants and ducks. So what's great about this game is that each one of your teammate or your team players, so like if you're on the hunter team, the hunters can move a certain way or capture animals in a certain way, because they have, when you flip them over, they have a rifle pointed in one particular direction, and they can only capture things pointed at that direction. Right. Whereas lumberjacks don't attack animals, they chop down trees, like any good lumberjack. Now the animals are a little bit different. The foxes can attack pheasants, they can attack the ducks, but they can't attack the hunter or the lumberjack. So each player kind of has their own asymmetrical special abilities. It has this chess feel to it, because it's very simple. So you're kind of, again, moving around this abstract strategy game. It's, again, very easy to learn. It probably took us maybe 5 minutes to learn. It takes probably about 20 minutes to play, but again, it's one of those games, as soon as you're done, you kind of see what you did wrong, see what you did right, and you want to play again.
Yeah, it has great grid movement, because we found ourselves on standoffs a few times. We're just like, I'm going to move, and then you move, and then eventually one of us, obviously, becomes the prey. And so at the end of the game, actually what's unique, once all the tiles have been flipped over, there's kind of the second phase of the game. On the game board, on each one of the center, or I guess in the kind of this cross at each one of the corners of the game board, there's a dirt path. And once all the tiles have been flipped over, the players will have 5 turns to try to get any of their remaining animals, if they're on the animal team, or hunters and lumberjacks out of the forest. And they gain the points for essentially exiting the forest. So it has this unique strategy of if it feels like you're not going to be able to capture anything at the end of the game, you're just going to get the heck out of the forest and get the points for it. But I think we've talked about it enough. Let's do our standard review. So, okay, thumbs up. Now remember, thumbs up is a great game, thumbs to the side is a good game, and then thumbs down is a bad game. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. See, I never know you're going to... So, okay, you think this is a great game. Again, folks, that is not... Alyssa doesn't give out great games all. So... Talk about why this is a great game for you.
All right. First reason. You can sing. There's many theme songs to it. You have Bare Necessities. You have What Does the Fox Say? You have DuckTales.
DuckTales. Gotta be
Come on, guys.
So,
and then
lots
there's
of good
also
animals.
great artwork. And I love that it's just 2 players. It's back and forth. It's quick and easy to learn. We picked it up fast, and we were able to pick up our strategy. And then I tried a couple different strategies multiple times.
Yeah, and so for me, it's not necessarily... I think it's a good game. It doesn't fit a great game. I think it's just because of the simplicity. But don't let that fool you. This game does have strategy. For instance, when I was playing Alyssa, one time she didn't have any of... She was the animals and I was the hunters, but she didn't have any of her bears flipped over. So
I couldn't find them.
She couldn't find her bears. But that's actually at my advantage because of the fact that the foxes can't attack the hunters or the... lumberjack. So I had no reason to start flipping them over. I was just trying to strategically move my characters. So there's actually quite a bit of strategy in this game. And I also like the fact that it is that asymmetrical, each player kind of gets their own. And then after the first game, if you're the hunters and the lumberjack, you switch, and then you get to be the foxes and the bears, and you add up the total of those 2. So both players, if you ever feel like one side has an advantage, which I really do think they're pretty even.
They're pretty even.
You still get the chance to kind of flip the script and play the other side of it. Again, I love the artwork. I think it's very whimsical would be the word I would use. It's very cute. Yes. And there's a lot of strategy here because even you can kind of do, like we talked about, that gridlock. You can block people in, or you want to basically make them make the second to last move.
Right.
So you get to make the last move, which is usually at your benefit. So for me, because of how straightforward and easy it is, and especially how affordable it is, I would definitely recommend people check out this game because, again, I love 2-player games. They're just quick, and it still does give you enough decisions, but for me, it just doesn't reach that great game. But don't let that dissuade you. But remember, you can win a copy of this, as well as the Rose King, which we did a review of. We'll put, again, in the description of the video here, we'll put the video review of what we did for that one. But you can win a copy of Tally Ho and the Rose King, which, again, Thames and Kosmos, thank you so much for donating it. Or tons of other great games. All you need to do is just donate at least $5. Go to stjude.org/donate. And then snap a photo of your donation, post it to your Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter with hashtag SDS giveaway, and then that'll get you entered. Again, you have till the end of June 2016 to enter, and then the winners will be announced on our podcast on our July 4th episode. So until next time, bye.
See ya.